Ashley Marie Wilmoth, and if there is one thing that you should know about me, it is that family and friends are very important to me and always come first. My family is very tight-knit with many family members within it. We've always supported each other in everything we do, and I'm so blessed to have them in my life. All throughout school, I have always been very passionate. I've always strived to be the best or get the best grade. I was an A and B student all throughout elementary, middle, and high school, and even into my freshman and sophomore year of college, I never stooped down below a C. Although I made good grades, I sometimes fell into the dreaded word procrastination. This is something I'm still working on even in college, but it definitely adds to the unneeded stress that I already have. My major is elementary education, and I didn't decide I wanted to be a teacher until my senior year of high school. I was currently working in daycares and childcares, and it really touched me to see those young children really light up when they had learned a certain concept. So that's when I really decided I wanted to be a teacher and be the one to give these children this knowledge and see them learn new things every single day. The community I grew up in was a city called Winston-Salem. It's about 4 hours away from here, going up towards central North Carolina. I lived in the same house my whole entire life up until this past August when I moved here to Wilmington for school. In Winston-Salem, there was a equal mix of races and ethnicities all throughout the city. There wasn't really more of one than the other. A typical family in my area of Winston-Salem would be a family of four: mom, dad, two kids. More often than I've seen, both mom and dad would work full-time jobs. My parents do still work full-time jobs, and they have since I've been born. My dad's a firefighter, and my mom is a paralegal at a law firm. The only times I've traveled outside the U.S. is for vacation on cruises. Two cruises I went to the Bahamas, and my most recent cruise went to Jamaica, Mexico, and Haiti. Coming into Haiti, I was really taken back by how different they live versus we do here in America. The majority of their living quarters that I could see were made of huts. They weren't very stable living. And even more, there were men standing at certain gates where we were with guns, making sure that they didn't get into like the quote tourist area. In Jamaica, the way of life was also very different than ours here in America. It amazed me at how their work ethic was. I was told by one of the natives that in a typical work day, they only work for however much money they need for that certain day, versus here in America, we just keep working and working, and then we save up our money. And then also, when they are building their houses, they build their house like piece by piece by however much money they have at that point. So, for example, if they only have enough to build their kitchen, then they're only going to build their kitchen, and then they're going to stop until they get more money. So it was very odd driving around Jamaica and seeing all these houses not fully built yet. I went to a variety of different schools. Up until 5th grade, I went to a private Christian school. And then after completing 5th grade, my parents decided to put me in public schools. I stayed in the public school system until I graduated. In my private school, I can't really remember of any African American students being there. The school is very small, only about 13 to 15 kids in each of my classes. When I moved to public schools, though, everything changed. There was a mix of all racial groups. There was at least 20 students, if not more, in every one. I was very involved in the music and chorus and singing aspect of school all throughout elementary through high school. I was never really involved in any sports or anything else on the extracurricular level. I have loved school since I started. There have been some rough times, but I can never really say that I've ever hated it. It's always been a fun and exciting time for me. The one teacher that inspired me the most, even more to become a teacher, was Miss Hawkins, my second grade teacher. The year that I had her, I had some medical issues going on, and she made sure that I stayed caught up on all my work, and even more, made sure that I was okay on a physical level. I believe that the essential purpose of education is not just what is taught or learned in the classroom. These kids are with you the majority of their day, and I would love to know that I taught them more than just what is in the books. For me, education is about showing those students that everyone is capable of learning and everyone has a shot at life. I want to show my future students what it's like to be treated with care and compassion and love so that they can show these characteristics in their life and outside the classroom. Looking at the child in Omelas, we should never leave one child out in order to better the rest of the class. I wouldn't be doing my job as a teacher if I left even one child out. Looking at Woodson's idea, we as teachers need to make sure that we are teaching our students. We don't need to focus on the race or ethnicity of our students, but we need to focus on what they need to be learning as in the books, on the social level, everything. We need to show the students that their voice does matter, even if they are kids.